Hello Steelers, and welcome to another Bench Report hobby update. This one is going out on Sunday, but I'm actually recording it on Saturday because on Sunday I'm going to be at Partisan. So future Alex says hello to everybody at Partisan that I see tomorrow. I don't know who you are yet, but I'm sure I'll bump into quite a lot of people. Really looking forward to it. Always enjoyed Partisan. I'm going to be there filming. So I'll be dotting about, and I'm planning on being there pretty much all day. So if you do see, well, I'm going to say if you see me, by the time you've seen this, you will have seen me. So hello, that's all I can say really. But yeah, looking forward to it. What I will do is I will put together a show report video for you as soon as I can. So that I expect that sometime next week. I'm not sure when, but obviously when I get a chance to edit that together. I usually try to get them out pretty quick, so I'm hoping early part of the week for that one. But painting stuff, this is what you're here for as well. Not what I'm going to do, what I have done, that's the thing. I'm still working my way through the 1/600th scale aircraft, the 3D printed ones that I got from Paul over at Sabotage that were originally done by Jim Weir. You can see here I've got quite a few on the actual painting table at the moment. So I've got, just to tell you, I've got some zeros, some 12 zeros here. I've got 12 Blenheims Mark 1Fs, they're the Night Fighter version. And I've also got 12 Wildebeest as well, Vickers Wildebeests. This is the last of the Malaya projects. I've actually got 12 Buffaloes still, but what I'm thinking of doing is maybe just painting those in American colours, just for some difference, just to put those in as well, just to have them a bit later on, fighting over the Philippines and things like that. So I'm just holding off on those, but I've only got 12 of those left at the moment. I want to get these done this week, really. That's kind of my plan, is to get these 36 aircraft finished up this week. It's not going to be a huge task, I don't think, but you know, it'll take a little while. But I'm looking forward to getting them done and out of the door, really. But this week I finished off some of the other Japanese planes. So I did the Ki-21 1C Sallies. So I've got some of the other Sallies as well. These are the earlier version with a bigger glass canopy on the top of them. And I also, as well, went back to the Ki-15 Babs. These were actually half of these are the first ones that I painted a few weeks ago. And for some reason, I only painted half of them. I only painted 6. So this is the other 5. There was only 11. I think Paul probably hoovered one of the planes up when he was printing them. Don't worry, he gave me plenty of other types. So it's not as though he didn't rip me off or anything. But I think he lost one. But so I painted those up, they're finished off now, so that's the majority of the Japanese stuff. As I say, the only ones I've got now are the zeros, these last 12 zeros, and I've kind of been holding off on these because I was running out of decals. I'm going to pick some up at Partisan tomorrow, that's the plan. I was also turning my attention as well to What a Cowboy and various bits and pieces. First of all, I painted up 8 of the Peter Pig townsfolk. These are quite nice. I painted them in different colours, so I was happy with using the similar. I think there's a couple of same poses in there, so it's nice to mix them up. I've also got some of the Native Americans as well sitting on the painting table. These are ready to go. They just they've been undercoated and ready to go, so I'm going to paint those up at some point. I'm also hopefully going to see Paul at Partisan, and he's done me some henchmen Sabo bases as well, which I'll be picking up off him at Partisan. So hopefully I'll bump into him and get those off him as well, so that's going to make things a lot easier in the game. I finished off the last of the Sarissa buildings as well that I bought. The first one being the church. This is the wooden church. I used some of their tiled roofs, roof tiles, sorry, on the roof for this, and then also just some bits of cork for the graves, the gravestones, grave markers. The gravestones themselves, they came from Sabotage from Paul, as did the fences as well. I was quite chuffed with this, how it turned out actually, as a little wooden church to sit in the middle of Lardville. And I also painted as well another Sarissa small hut. So this was the second hut I got. So I got 2 of their huts, and once again I did their roofs with the Sarissa roof tiles, and again I'm quite happy with that, how that's turned out. And the outhouse, the little shit house, that was done by Sabotaged as well, so another nice little 3D print added on there. And then also, I mentioned it last week that I had a super secret project from Warbases. There were actually 4 of their new Wild West buildings in 15mm that they actually released on Friday. So I put the video out, my review video for that came out on Friday as well. Go and check that out if you haven't seen it. These are fantastic little buildings, really, really nice. Do I prefer them to the Sarissa ones? Maybe, I think. I mean, I've added a few extra bits and pieces, like the troughs and the hitching post there from Sabotage, also as the outhouse as well. And I've also just added some extra bits and pieces on the sides and on the roofs as well, just to give them a little bit more 3D look. But as a building on their own, they're perfectly fine. They work perfectly well. The signs that are on them, I got those from various PDFs that you can download on the internet. Just have a search about Sarissa do one, there's a little Whiteley do some, and also Warbases do some as well themselves. So check those out, they're all free to use. And those 4 really give me quite a small town now, so I've pretty much got the buildings I need for the last showdown of the campaign that I'll be playing with What's a Cowboy, which I've been working through. And yeah, I'm quite happy. I'm very pleased with how these have turned out, and also just the fact that they're really nice buildings as well. I might even buy 1 or 2 more, like a train station or a mine entrance or something like that. In the post this week has been very quiet actually. I have been away as well for work. I was up in Northumberland trotting around Hadrian's Wall and up round there, and then I went across to Otterburn and places, so I've been out and about. But what I did was I've created those aircraft sheets for Bag the Hun, and these are them. These are the ones that I did. I've completed all of the Malaya aircraft that I have in my collection. I'll put them in a Google Drive, and I'll put a link to that in the video down below, in the description below, so you can go and download those. And what I've done is I just basically got these printed at Docs Direct. I could have done it on my printer, but it would have just eaten up the ink. It came to about, it was probably about between 10 and 15 quid, I can't remember exactly. And then I just laminated these so I can just use a dry white pen on marking all the bits and pieces. But we got everything here, so we've got the Bristols, we've got the Hurricanes, we've got the everything else. The only thing I haven't got at the moment are the Vickers Wildebeest, because I just haven't started those up for Bag the Hun yet. If Gunnar, you're watching, still waiting. But if not, I mean, I'll get to it myself. I just haven't done it yet, but I've not even painted the Wildebeest yet anyway. The other thing as well I got in the post was this. This again from Docs Direct. This is Finest Hour. This is the Battle of Britain campaign supplement for Bag the Hun. This was written by Nick Skinner. It's quite old, I think, because it says it's updated for Bag the Hun, the 2nd edition, February 2010. So yes, it is. It's pretty old, but very, very useful as well, I think. I'm going to do a review of this properly, so we'll look into it in some detail. But it's basically the Battle of Britain campaign supplement. What you could do is you can take this and then just use the generation table to do whatever particular campaign you're playing. So I was thinking I could quite easily change the Heinkels to KI-21s or to Betty's or something like that in these lists, and just make up a pretty simple, easy Malaya campaign as well in a similar style. It was only 7 quid on the Too Fat Lardy's website PDF. I got it printed, obviously that was another tenner, so you know, dead cheap. You don't have to print it obviously if you just want your PDF, but I prefer not to. I don't like reading PDFs so much, it just doesn't go in. So but that is obviously my next Bag the Hun thing. I'm going to be looking at, I'm going to talk to Paul and try and get some prices about the aircraft I need. I've noticed you need a lot of bombers, about 18 of each in these, and I was thinking of only getting 6, so that might put the price up a little bit as to what I'm doing, but I'll just think about it. But I'll talk more about that in the actual review when I do it. So that's the only thing that really came through the post, to be perfectly honest. And as I said, yeah, I've got the aircraft sheets. I'll put those in the Google Drive. They were originally designed by Evan over at Iron Dice Gaming, and Played wise, game wise, the only thing I played is I started the campaign last weekend of What a Cowboy. I got two of the first two scenarios done between the Snaggletooth Boys and the Bounty Hunters, fighting their way across Lard County. I'm going to continue that. I was going to hope to do it today, as Saturday, as I'm recording this. We'll see how it goes, but I'm not sure. I'll see if I can fit it in. I might be able to get another couple of games out of it, out of the 6 in total, but we'll see what we do. If not, I'll just do it at another time anyway. It makes no difference. So I think that's pretty much it really this week. It's been a bit of a lot of painting's gone on. Most of the buildings and stuff, and just completing things, and not a great deal in the post. I'm kind of trying to save money a little bit at the moment. One thing I'll mention it because I'm sure somebody will bring it up if I don't mention it, is there was the Midwinter Minis video that went out earlier this week about historical gaming and various semi-accusations about historical gamers, or at least felt like fingers were being pointed. I'm not going to say anything about it, but these things I think they're best ignored. However, I do think it was slightly irresponsible given the reach of that channel. People like Martin over at Seventh Son, Dom at Boots on the Table, and Carl over at Von Kettingham all have done response videos or talked about why they do historical gaming. Go and watch theirs because I pretty much agree with everything that they've all said in their videos. So there's literally no point me giving you my opinion on somebody else's opinion at the end of the day. But I just thought, in case anyone didn't mention it, I thought I'd nip that in the bud beforehand. But anyway, that's the only drama that's happened this week. I think not much else has happened. It's all been nice and quiet. Looking at playing What a Tanker down at the club next week, so that should be fun. I'll have a game report for that for you in the next hobby updates. And also, as I said, because I'm a partisan, do check out, keep an eye on the channel because there will be the partisan show report coming soon. I can never tell when these things are going to be out. They're out when they're out, and it'll land, so you'll be able to check that out. And I shall wrap up there. I'll just say, if you want to help out Steel Towers, please do have a check out on my Patreon. Check out channel membership as well. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe, because I think about 80% of people watch these videos aren't subscribed, so I'd have a lot more subscribers if you all subscribed. Alright, I shall leave it at that, and I'll take no more of your time, and I will see you in the next hobby report bench update. Bench update hobby report.